Chapter 10, student will need to open the PowerPoint for supply chain design, and also student we have to open chapter 10 exercises to complete. Let's open one at a time. In this chapter 10 discusses about supply chain design. Okay, in this chapter we will discuss about factor relating to supply chain design. Supply chain design is the designing firms' supply chain to meet the competitive priorities of the firm's operation strategy. To complete supply chain design, this figure shows the three major areas of focus in creating effective supply chain design. When creating effective supply chain design, organization must focus on three links that form an effective supply chain. The first link created between the firm internal processes and the service and product. Okay, and with this second link created between service and product with external supply chain. The first link related to how internal processes come together to create products or services to provide to end customer. Second link related to the supply chain of supplier that come together to provide product and services to the organization. Third link related to service products with customers, suppliers, and supply chain processes. The firm's processes that enable it to develop what customer want, interact with suppliers, deliver services or products, interact with customer, address environmental and ethical issues, and provide information and planning tools needed to execute the operation strategy. These three links are glued together to execute operation strategy to create an effective supply chain. This picture show student the efficient curve. The blue line represents efficient curve. Efficient curve is the trade-off between cost and performance. Looking at the curve, you might see that in order to achieve supply chain performance, total cost has to be increased. When the total cost reduces, supply chain performance will be reduced. Organization must find way to achieve efficient curve on their own. For example, the red dot area represents the current situation of organization. Organization realize it does not have an efficient operation. Therefore, organization may have many choices to move from the current situation to an efficient curve, either to the right or to the bottom. That is the first challenge that organization must face. Second challenge organization must face also on the right side of the blue line represent the new challenge or the new supply chain efficiency curve, which organization must also look into the future in order to increase the efficient curve to meet the future demand. There are three supply chain design pressure. This type of pressure, okay, this type of pressure induce organization to design supply chain in an efficient manner. The first pressure is dynamic sales volumes. Organization must design supply chain in such a way that can sustain flexible volume, can be small when it needs to, or it can be large when it needs to also. Supply chain design must also be designed in such a way that improve customer service. Supply chain design also should be designed in such a way that can introduce new products into the supply chain quickly, provide fast delivery to satisfy customer. These are facts regarding supply chain. Every firm or organization must be a member of some supply chain. A firm may take many roles in the supply chain. Some firm can be both a buyer and and seller at the same time. A firm can be a buyer when they buy products or raw material from supplier. A firm can be a seller when use that materials to manufacture final product to sell for customer. The goals of supply chain is different between service provider and manufacturer. For service providers, the main goal of supply chain is to come together to provide support for essential elements of various services the firm delivers. The main objective of manufacturing supply chain is to control inventory by managing the flow of materials. In the supply chain for both services and manufacturing, the foundation may be the same. This picture shows the foundation of supply chain for a service. Supply chain for service organization. The service organization is in the center. In this case, we call a flowers on demand florist. The florist takes two roles. One role is to be a seller, sell flower to a home customer and commercial customer. A florist is also a buyer when they buy maintenance services, packaging, delivery services, flowers, and other things from suppliers. For manufacturing organization, the supply chain can be more complex depending on the complexity of final products. For a typical manufacturer spends more than 60% of its total income from sale on purchased services and material, whereas the typical service provider spends only 30 to 40% to buy services and materials. Supply chain for manufacturing is more complex. It may have many tiers of supplier. In this figure, manufacturers in Ireland is in the center. We call a central firm. The manufacturer buy part, material, sub-assembly from a supplier, which can be divided into many tiers. Supplier tier 3 supplies material to supplier tier 2. Supplier tier 2 supply materials or component to supplier tier 1. Supplier tier 1 supplies sub-assembly to manufacturer. Manufacturer also take seller role to sell product to distributor, USA and Ireland, and also a retailer. This picture represents a typical supply chain infrastructure. The point from supplier tier 3 to manufacturing, we call that upstream supply chain. The point from the central firm to end customer, we call downstream supply chain. To measure inventory, we use two measurements. First measurement, we use weeks of supply. Weeks of supply represent how many weeks the inventory can last. Weeks of supply, or WOS, equivalent to average aggregated inventory value divided by weekly sales at cost. Aggregated inventory equal the total sum value of each unit of inventory. Inventory turnover equivalent to annual sale at cost divided by average aggregate inventory. Look at this example. Eagle Machine Company have inventory on average $2 million, and by annual the organization sell for $10 million. The breakdown items of inventory is in this picture. For each item, when you multiply quantity with the unit cost, you will get the unit, the total cost of each item, add it all together to get average inventory per year. In this case, it's $2 million. Organization sell products for $10 million per year. Organization operates 52 weeks per year. Okay, week of supply equal average inventory divided by average sale per week. 2 million divided by 10 divided by 52. So week of supply is about 10.2 weeks. Meaning that with the inventory organization has on average, it lasts about 10.4 weeks. Normally, organization would like week supply number to be very small. Week supply number, small number, means the organization will have low inventory. Inventory turnover is about sales 10 million divided by average inventory 2 million, about 5 turns per year. Okay, with this example, we are going to use example, okay, on exercises. This example, you can see there's a formula available on the top also. Okay, first question asks what is the inventory turnover? Okay, as you know, inventory turnover equal annual sale divided by average inventory. Annual sale is 24. Average inventory is 6. Into 4 divided by 6. So average inventory is about inventory turnover is about 4 turns. Okay, 4 turns per year. Okay. Normally, organization would prefer inventory turnover to be high. The higher the number, the better the organization turn inventory into money. Second question. Okay. Second question, inventory turnover equal annual sale divided by average inventory, aggregate inventory. So inventory turnover equal annual sale, and organization expect to sell about 24 million. Okay, divided by average inventory. Average inventory has 3 parts. Aggregate inventory includes 1.152 and 2.725, which is work in process and raw material. It has finished good for 3.225. So we're going to add that 3 parts together. That's for work in process. Raw material. Finished good. Okay, all together. Okay, when you add together, it's gonna equivalent to 3.38. Okay, turn. Okay, so inventory turnover is about 4 turns, which is quite low per year. Next, example 3, asking for inventory turnover. Equal. Okay. Average sale is 15 million divided by raw material 2.5 million plus 1 million for work in process plus 0.8 million for finished good. Student also can, if student would like to add together as a million unit, student also can expand to do so. The outcome will be the same. About 3.49 turn. Okay, next concept we are going to do number 4, gonna find inventory turnover and week of supply. Now let's review. Week of supply equal average inventory divided by weekly sale. So first, let's find out inventory week of supply, or sometimes called WOS. Week of supply equal first average inventory 1.5 for raw material plus 1.2 for work in process plus 0.8 for finished good. So that average inventory divided by weekly sale. If organization sell 20 million per year and organization runs 50 week, average per week will be 20 million divided by 50. Okay, the organization will have weeks of supply about 8.75 week, which is quite large. Okay, organization would prefer the number of week of supply to be a little bit low. Okay, the lower number of week supply meaning lower level of inventory. Next, inventory turnover. Okay, inventory turnover equivalent to sale with annual sale divided by average inventory 1.5 for raw material plus 1.2 for work in process plus 0.8 for finished good. Inventory turnover is equivalent to 5.7110. Okay, organization prefers to have high number of inventory turnovers. The higher number of turnover, the better the organization can turn inventory into cash. Okay, so if we would like to maybe evaluate the current situation of a television manufacturer by using these two numbers, we might evaluate that the organization not in the good inventory situation because the organization have a high number of inventory. The number of inventory of television they have, it will last about two or 2 months, and every year the inventory turnover is about 6 turn, meaning that organization have about on average about 2 months per 1 turn. Okay, not a very good sale there. Okay. Number 5, question asked for day of supply. Or DOS. Okay, day of supply is almost the same as week of supply. It's only unit change. Day of supply equivalent to the sale, annual sale 9,000. Okay, annual day of supply equivalent to average inventory divided by weekly sale, meaning that day of supply will be inventory divided by daily sale. Okay, let me put it. Okay. Average inventory divided by week daily sale instead of weekly sale. Okay, which equivalent to average inventory about 9,000 on hand divided by daily sale. If annual sale is 48,000 and you work for 240 days per week, so 48,000 divided by 40 will be daily sale. So the outcome will be about 45 days. Okay. So it takes about 45 days for this inventory to last, which is not a very good inventory status. Question 6. Okay, you have 3 types of inventory. One is 110 volt. It has 65 units and 250 each, and different category, which 18,000 BTU 90 unit 350, and larger than 18,000 BTU for 50 unit 550. Okay. First, we're gonna find out aggregate inventory first. Okay, now let me change that a little bit because to start from ABC. Okay, part A asks aggregate inventory, average aggregate equal. So we're going to take first 65 unit times 250. That's for the first product. Plus second product for 90 times 350. Plus the third product, which is 50 times 500. Okay, so that we call aggregate inventory, which equivalent to 750 dollars. Okay, now let's do part B. Part B asks for the total inventory in terms of week of supply. Okay, weeks of supply, okay, equivalent to average inventory divided by weekly sale. Weekly sale, average sale for weekly is 3,750. Okay, so week of supply is about 19.4 weeks. Okay, oh, not very good situation. You have too much inventory, which will last about 20 weeks. Okay, a lot of inventory. Now let's look at inventory turnover. You might expect that the turnover will be very not very good turnover. Okay, equivalent to sale 135,000, okay, divided by average inventory okay, which is about 1.86 ton per year. Okay, meaning organization can only sell about 2 ton per year. Not a very okay, not very productive organization. Okay, let's save this as maybe look at like a key or something. Okay, so I hope the student review the formula and also maybe practice it on exercise on your own and compare with the outcome that I have. And students also have quite a few examples on the slide to practice. So I hope students maybe review the slide for more example. Okay, not only the two measurement that we use to measure inventory, we can also use other type of measurement to measure supply chain performance. Example, we can use total revenue, cost of goods sold, operating expenses, cash flow, working capital, return on asset. Okay, this picture show you the effects of different type of measurement that we use to the return on asset. Inventory placement is how a firm locate an inventory of finished goods. Firms may have three ways to locate inventory. First, use centralized placement mode. Centralized placement mode, keeping all inventory of a product at a single location, such as a firm's manufacturing plant or a warehouse, and shipping directly to each of its customers. Firm can also use inventory pooling. Inventory pooling is a reduction in inventory or safety stock because of the merging of variable demand from customers. Or organization can use a forward placement by locating stock close to customer at a warehouse, distribution center, wholesaler, or retailer. Mass customization is a situation when a firm produces a variety of customized products quickly on a large scale at costs comparable to those traditional mass producer. Example of mass customization can be Dell Computer, Levi Strauss. When Dell or Levi Strauss allow customer to go online and customize the option that they like in order to finalize the product they need. In mass customization, the advantages organization may receive is managing customer relationship. Organization can use mass customization to eliminate finished good inventory to allow customer to finalize product and produce product according to customer need. Organization may not have to produce finished good and put it in the warehouse waiting for customer to come and buy product. Mass customization also help organization to increase perceived value of services or products. Mass customization may prefer certain supply chain design. To name a few, first, mass customization prefers assemble to order strategy inventory management. Mass customization prefer organization that adopts modular design which is the situation when organization uses standardized part and pay more attention to a process improvement. Organization that use postponement strategy is also preferable in mass customization paradigm. Postponement is a situation when the final activities are delayed until order is received to reduce the finished good inventory. There are two ways organization may experience outsourcing processes. First experience of outsourcing we call vertical integration. Vertical integration represents a situation when a firm chooses to produce product themselves. There are two ways organization may achieve vertical integration. First, backward integration. Second, forward integration. A backward integration is a situation when a firm's movement upstream toward the sources of raw material, parts, and services through acquisition. Example, Walmart makes its own brand of food by going back into a supplier stream and trying to be suppliers by themselves. A forward integration, on the other hand, is a situation when a firm acquiring more channels of distribution center to get closer to the customer. Example can be Walmart adds more distribution center or warehouses, or Lexus adds more financial services department in order to offer financial services to customer. Okay, students may also have different more example to practice on inventory turnover and week of supply. And that's the end of chapter 10, supply chain design.